Hello, Fountain Hills, and welcome to your real estate market report for March 2025. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty. This month, we have updates on 6 different properties, including 3 new listings, 2 price changes, 2 new contracts, 1 failed listing, and 1 closing. That's a good bit to go through, so let's get moving. We'll start off with 18705 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit T2. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,161 square foot ground level condo went straight to active on March 7th, listed at $289,900. It dropped its price by $1,000 on the 27th, and it was still active at the end of the month at 24 days on market. We'll check back on them next month. Next up, 18711 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit B. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,027 square foot ground floor condo is the 3rd unit to have listed for sale in this building in the past 3 months. Unit B went active for $305,000 at the beginning of February. They dropped their price by $5,100 to $29,900 on March 3rd after 27 days on the market. It was still active at the end of the month at 55 days on market, so we'll check back in on them next time. That brings us to 18805 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit 203. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,183 square foot condo listed on March 13th for $325,000 and went under contract 12 days later on the 25th. No word yet on when they'll be closing, but we'll be keeping an eye on them until they do. 18809 Porterfield Way is a 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath, 2,096 square foot single family home. They went active on March 5th, listed at $700,000 even. They went under contract on the 11th after a week on the market. They're looking like they're going to close in April, so we should have an update on this one for you next month. 18801 Sparkling Water Drive, Unit 301. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story, 1,394 square foot penthouse condo listed all the way back in October and then went temporarily off the market on November 11th. And they stayed off the market for 4 months, which is a lot of temporary. But they finally threw in the towel for good on March 4th, canceling their listing. Our last property update for the month is one of my team's listings, and that's 13401 Fountain Club Drive, Unit 203. This is one of the larger 2-bedroom, 2-bath units at 1,183 square feet. We listed back in February at $315,000. After 37 showings and multiple offers, we went under contract in just 5 days on the market. We closed on March 31st for $320,000, $5,000 over asking price, which wasn't our highest offer, but still good enough to set the new price record for this style condo in Fountain Hills. For those of you keeping count, that's my team's 2nd time setting a Fountain Hills price record. Taking a step back out to look at the rest of Germantown, March was a pretty interesting month. No, it was more like jaw-dropping, actually. There were 107 new listings in March. That's up quite a bit from last month, but hey, that makes sense. It's spring, and that's what happens, but that's 41% more than March of last year, and that is a lot more. Normally, that kind of rapid supply-side increase would be a really bad sign, except demand, meaning new contracts, were also way up. There were 92 new contracts in Germantown. That's up 37% from last year. So it was just a shockingly active month. Time on market saw the reverse of a trend that had been building for almost a year. You see, since spring of 2024, the difference between the median days on market and the average days on market had been increasing, which is to say that while some homes were selling quickly, others were sitting for longer and longer. In February, the median was 9 days and the average was 28. But in March, the median stayed the same at 9 days, but the average dropped to 16 days. That's the lowest level in over 2 years. Prices have continued to climb, but at a slightly slower 3.6% year-over-year rate. And on the mortgage front, the average 30-year fixed rate loan closed out the month at 6.74%, which is exactly the same as it was at the end of February. Be sure to check back next month for another Fountain Hills market report. Or, if you'd prefer more timely updates, including all of the listing photos for each property, register at the link in the description, and we'll set you up with a free automatic email anytime a Fountain Hills property hits the market, has a price change, goes under contract, or closes. And remember, if you or one of your Fountain Hills neighbors are looking to buy or sell, give me and my team a call. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty. In Fountain Hills, you'll be moved.